I'm going to go over the different stitches we learned and use a different color for each stitch so you can see the difference. I am using a little bit slightly larger hook so you can kind of see the difference. I'm going to take my two fingers, my string and my yarn in, wrap it, and then bite down for my slip knot. I'm going to chain, so I'll wrap it around my hook, pull through, wrap it around my hook, pull through. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's very loose because this hook is 3 sizes bigger than I should be using. But it helps you see the stitches a little bit better. So that's our chain. I'm going to go and do single crochet where I switch to gray. So remember, when we switch to our next rows, we got to do a chain. So as I switch, that kind of adds in my chain. And then I'm going to rotate. So for single crochet, get my tails out of the way since we're not talking about tails. I can't go into the, you can see how I can't go into the loop I just came from. I go into the next one. I wrap it around my hook and I pull through. I'm working from my chain, I wrap it around and I pull through again. Go into my work, wrap it around, pull through my work. Right now my work is a chain. Later it'll be a stitch. I pull through my 2 loops. Go into my work, wrap it around, pull through, wrap it around again, pull through 2 loops. Go into my work, wrap it around, pull through, wrap it around, pull through 2 loops. I'm going to continue this all the way across. This is a single crochet. Because I'm not making anything, I'm not cutting my yarn and just wasting yarn doing this. Now I get to my end. You can see my chain is in the white color and my single crochet is in gray. I'll switch to, let's see, how different does green look on camera? Nope. No. I'll switch to purple. Does purple look good enough? Yes. Alright, so my next stitch, purple, will be single crochet. Or half double crochet. So as I switch, I'm adding that chain stitch already in. That would be my step up. Because you want your chain stitch into the color you're doing. So with half double, just moving my tails out of the way because I don't need them for anything. Wrap it around my hook. I go into my work, which is now the V's, because it's a regular stitch now. I have V's to work with. Wrap it around my hook, pull it through my work, wrap it around and pull through all 3 loops. So I wrap it around my hook, I go into my work, and it's the V's at the top. I get better lighting. Wrap it around, I pull through my work, I got my 3 loops, I wrap it around, I pull through all through. This is my half double, so I wrap it, go into my work, wrap it, pull through, wrap it, pull through, all 3 loops. So remember, it's wrap around your hook, go into your work, wrap it around your hook, pull through, wrap around your hook, pull through all 3 loops. Wrap around your hook, go into your work, wrap it around your hook, pull through. Wrap around your hook and pull through all 3 loops. Remember, we move right to left, the opposite of how you write. Wrap it around your hook, go into your work, pull through your work, go through all 3 loops. And this is where a lot of people lose, is they don't notice this is a stitch because it kind of falls to the side. But if you look, there's your V, and that's part of your stitches. So as you're working, if you lose stitches, go back. You've lost them someplace. Keep track. Count if you need to. No thank you. No thank you. Go lay down. Now I'm going to switch to a different color. So for my next stitch, it's going to be a double crochet. So I pull through to get my new color, and I'm going to stitch up, or chain up, so it'd normally be 2 chains. I wrap around my hook, I go into my work. You can kind of see the V's a little bit better in the purple than you could the gray. Wrap it around, and now I've got my 3 loops just like my half double, but instead of with the half double, I'm going to wrap it around my hook and pull through 2 loops at a time. Wrap it around my hook and pull through 2 loops at a time. Light from this side, maybe a little bit better. So I wrap around my hook just like my half double, go into my work, wrap it around again, and pull through. So 3 loops. Now you're going to wrap just like half double. This is where it changes. So you go through 1 loop, 2 loops, and then you got to wrap again and go through 2 loops again. So wrap your hook, go into your work, wrap your hook, pull through your work, wrap your hook, pull through 2 loops at a time, wrap your hook, pull through 2 loops. This is your double crochet. As you can see, since I'm using different colors for each stitch, you got your chain stitch, your single crochet, your half double, and your double, and the different heights that they are. And remember, this is where typically people lose off, because it starts kind of mushrooming down, and if you count, that's where you're going to lose your stitch. So make sure whatever stitch count you started with, you keep going. Now I'm going to switch to a peach color. Yeah, it's good enough to show off different. And some people will do a chain 2 to go up for this next stitch. Some will do a chain of 3. This is a triple or treble crochet. I see it referred to more as triple, which makes more sense to me because it's double, triple, 2, 3. However, it's also referred to as treble. And there is a treble in the UK version, because this is all US versions, obviously, which is different. So you can go wrap your hook twice. So now I got my original loop, my 2 wraps, into my work, wrap it, pull through my work. So now I've got 4 loops. You're only going to go through 2 at a time. Wrap your hook, go through 1, 2, you're down to 3 again, so now this looks like the regular double crochet. Wrap your hook, go through 2 loops, wrap your hook again. So we did that wrap your hook, pull through 2 loops 3 times. I'll show you again. Wrap your hook twice into your work. Wrap your hook, go through your work, and you got your 4 loops. Wrap your hook, and you're going to go through 1 loop, 2 loops, that's once. Wrap your hook, go through 1 loop, 2 loops, that's twice. Wrap your hook, go through 1 loop, 2 loops, that's 3 times. As you can see, it's gotten taller. Now this is the end of the official stitching as far as normal regular stitches go. You can, however, do more variations, and I've done this for different things, in which you just need more wraps, and it can go into a quadruple and octuple or whatever you want to call it at that point. And it's just going to get taller. As you can see, the gapping on our chain is enough to see my finger poke through. The gapping on our single crochet, you can actually get my finger to poke through a little bit. The gapping on our half double, I can get my finger to come through somewhat. The gapping on my double, got my finger all the way through. And then gapping on my triple, I can get pretty much 2 fingers through. And so it gives you spacing. So if you're doing something like you want belt loops or button loops, you're going to want the more to it. Now I'm going to do this halfway through since these other stitches aren't that common. And show you with this blue. You could do the same thing. So if I wanted to do it 4, I would wrap it 3 times, go into my work, wrap at my hook, pull through my loop, and then no matter how many loops I have here, I'm only going to go through 2 at a time. I'm not worried about color changing on this and making it look nice since we're just showing loops. So that's 4. Let's see, it gets taller. I can go triple, double, quadruple. Now I'm going to do 5. So that's 2 loops. It's 1. 2 loops is 2. 2 loops is 3. 2 loops is 4. 2 loops is 5. I can do it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times now. And you're just going to go through 2 loops at a time. So however many times you wrap it in the beginning, you're just going to get taller stitches. As you can see, it just gets taller. And your spacing gets bigger. Now let's take the blue out. I'm going to take the pink out too. Actually, I'll finish the pink since the pink was one of their more normal stitches. So this is our triple crochet. I'm just going to speed this up real quick. And then I'll go over the slip stitch. Slip stitch is something you typically do as an end stitch because it changes the stitch position. I did not wrap around them 2 times. And then from learning all these, you can pretty much take it and run with any other stitch that's out there. Make sure you go all the way to the end or you'll start losing your stitch count. Now, I'm going to switch to, let's see, we'll shade out black. Black will stand up pretty good against the pink. Our slip stitch. So I'm just going to pull it through real quick. And you'll see why it's a slip stitch. Slip stitch, sorry. You're just going to go into your work, wrap it, pull through your work, pull through the loop. Into your work, wrap it, pull through your work. Into your work, wrap it, pull through your work, pull through your loop. Into your work, wrap it, pull through your work. So you're just pretty much taking your loop, your fresh yarn, and pulling it through everything. As you can see, instead of the stitching working on top, it moves the stitching to the side. So one side will have the V's, the other side will have a straight line, which looks to, let's see if I can get that to show up a little bit better. Nope. Looks like regular, like if you were to needle and thread stitch. And that's our basic stitches. As you can see, for whatever you're making, let's see that focus a little bit better. As we were progressing, the stitches we learned were getting bigger. Once you learn this, you can pretty much go into learning any other stitch and making almost anything out there.